Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush, green forest nestled between towering trees and bubbling brooks, there lived a tiny village of woodland creatures. Among them was a curious and adventurous young echidna named Eliza. Unlike her fellow echidnas who preferred to burrow in the soft earth for ants and beetles, Eliza's heart yearned for exploration and discovery beyond the borders of her cozy home. Eliza's days were spent wandering through the forest, her quills glistening in the dappled sunlight that filtered through the leaves above. She loved to listen to the songs of birds and the chatter of squirrels, each sound adding to the symphony of nature that surrounded her. But what intrigued her the most were the tales spun by the older animals of the village, the stories of distant lands, enchanted groves, and mythical creatures. One day, as she sat by the edge of a tranquil pond listening to a wise old tortoise recount stories of the stars, Eliza heard whispers carried by the wind. They spoke of a legendary garden hidden deep within the heart of the forest, a place where flowers bloomed in every hue imaginable and where the air was always filled with the sweetest fragrance. It was said that those who found this garden would be granted a wish, a single heartfelt desire that would be granted by the magic that dwelled within. Eliza's heart raced with excitement. She knew she had to find this garden, not just for herself, but for all the creatures of the forest who dreamed of better days. Determined and full of hope, she set off on her grand adventure, her tiny feet carrying her through thick underbrush and across babbling brooks. Along the way, she encountered friends who offered help, wise old owl who guided her with his keen eyes, a playful fox who showed her secret paths through the woods, and even a family of rabbits who shared their meager provisions. As days turned into weeks, Eliza faced challenges that tested her courage and resolve. She braved dark caves where eerie echoes played tricks on her mind, climbed towering cliffs where every step threatened to send her tumbling, and crossed treacherous rivers whose currents pulled at her tiny frame. But through it all, she held on to the flicker of hope that burned brightly within her heart. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of searching, Eliza stumbled upon a clearing, bathed in golden sunlight. Before her stretched a garden unlike anything she had ever imagined. Flowers of every color danced in the gentle breeze, their petals shimmering like precious jewels. The air was indeed filled with the most intoxicating fragrance, wrapping around her like a warm embrace. Eliza's eyes filled with tears of joy as she realized she had found the legendary garden. With trembling hands, she plucked a single bloom, a flower as blue as the clearest sky, and closed her eyes, making her wish with all her heart. In that moment, the forest seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the magic to weave its spell. When Eliza opened her eyes, she found herself back in her village, surrounded by the smiling faces of her friends and neighbors. The once sleepy village was now alive with color and laughter, the air tinged with the sweet scent of the magical flowers that had sprung up. Overnight, each creature had been granted a wish of their own, a testament to the kindness and bravery of one small echidna who dared to dream. From that day onward, Eliza's story spread far and wide across the forest. The garden became a place of pilgrimage for creatures from all corners of the land, each one leaving with their own wish fulfilled and their hearts full of gratitude. And as for Eliza, she continued to explore the world around her, knowing that sometimes the greatest adventures begin with a single step